Alrighty, so I know it's pretty much already been done, and I understand if you're not the most interested in it, but I wanted to use Lostvayne on the Demon team, just because I wanted to see if I could maybe just use him as a direct replacement for Purgatory Melly. I do like the Demon team, like I know that the meta has been really stale with the Demon team and everything, but I do like Demons overall. I think they're really cool. So I would much rather run it like this than run the really scummy sort of Bond, Deanne, Lostvayne team that's going around. Like, I would personally rather run something like this. I feel like it's a little bit more skill involved, because you have to worry about darkness stacks and everything like that. I just think it's a bit cooler, personally, but completely understandable if you do not agree. But hey, if you're new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe. We're on the way to 15k, and it'd be super cool if you stuck around. So I think first and foremost, the coolest part about this is we have double AoE turn 1, which is great. I mean, obviously Purgatory Melly also has an AoE, but you kind of sometimes want to either save it for the true magic or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's better to use that instead of the single target, which I guess you can use the single target in different ways to try to go for like a first turn kill or something like that. He does have Gother, which is a pretty much direct counter for Melly, which is definitely interesting. So if he crits me here, which he doesn't, he would have actually sealed these cards, which is really interesting. I haven't really seen a whole lot of people using Gother just yet, but I assume he is going to be on the uptrend because of this whole Lostvayne being really, really good kind of thing. So we're going to... I'm going to do it like this just in case, because I don't think this is going to kill Deanne. It does. I was just going to double AoE, but I was like, I don't want to disable myself. But I should have known that it was going to be enough. So, yeah, looking pretty good. Obviously, we are in Champ 1, so apologies for some of the bot matches and everything. But really just wanted to test it out, and I can't get out of Champ 1. Once you're in Champ 1 for the week, you're literally hard stuck. So, there's not much I can do. I guess I could potentially play top 100, but... I already have a friend who's playing top 100, and apparently it's just all Bondier and Lostvayne teams, and that just doesn't sound fun. It's basically just a CC battle at that point. Whoever goes first wins, and he was saying that some of them get up to 420,000 CC, which is not really something I want to have to deal with. So we're gonna just sit here. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna kind of just test damage out, kind of see how it goes. Just putting darkness stacks on and doing big damage with Lostvayne. So. That damage is actually insane on level 1s. But, yeah, this is pretty standard stuff. Unless he has just, like, a crazy AoE or something here. I should be okay, depending. I'm interested to see... he went for him. I was kind of hoping he would go for Melly, just to see if I could have potentially... I don't know, seen how well he would have tanked it, maybe? But either way, it's just going to be a matter of me using 3 skills now to get rid of the stack. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I don't remember if I said it at the beginning, but having 393k CC is quite the bump up from my regular Melly. I think that's like a 7k increase or something, which is really crazy to think about. Just for the pure fact that Melly, like the Purgatory Melly, is really insane on its own. I think the big thing is that because Lostvayne has been out for so long, I've obviously been able to grab like several extra copies of him over the years, and I do have him at 6/6, which honestly feels really good. Like, I understand, like, a lot of people that play this game, whenever a new, festival character comes out, or whatever the case may be, or a character just that they like, they tend to try and go and 6/6 or max out that character like day one, as soon as the banner drops, or just like as the banner is live, which is completely understandable. Having the newest character 6/6 is obviously very beneficial for you, especially a lot of the cases in PvP. But for me, I've never really been the biggest fan of just like the only thing pulling extra copies of the character most of the time ever does, it's not as much the case nowadays, because some ultimates literally like increase your stats like bonds and stuff like that, which is really stupid. But yeah, having the character 6/6 literally just means that you're going to be one-shotting, like, guaranteed with your ultimate, and I already don't like playing with ultimates too much. It just feels really scummy and cheap to just be like, I'm just going to move cards and not play the game and just use a like my ultimate skill to kill, which I understand. It's a viable strategy. You can do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me that people do it. It is a little lame sometimes, because I would much rather have like an actual, you know, I don't want to call it strategic battle, because some teams are really brain dead. Like, it doesn't take a whole lot of skill or thought behind some of these teams to actually play them. But at the end of the day, it's a lot more fun for me personally to just actually enjoy like using the cards, seeing what I draw. Like the RNG aspect is kind of fun to me in some scenarios. Obviously, it's very frustrating in others, where if you don't pull cards for characters that you need them for or whatever. I'm just not a big Ultimate player, so the fact that I've had this character already 6/6 as soon as the LR rarity drops means that I now own the biggest and baddest character in the game, and I actually have him maxed out like day one, which is really, really cool. Like, obviously, I wasn't able to get the unit maybe as fast as some of the other, you know, whales were, because they were beating Heroes Arena a little bit faster than me on a higher difficulty, so they were getting, you know, more coins, which means they got him faster overall. Like, I think they got him about a week and a half or so in advanced, which is quite a long time considering. Like, a normal banner would be 2 weeks, but it just feels good to have the latest character 6/6 for once in my life, which is kind of cool. Alright, here we go. We have another demon team. 340k. Pretty interesting. He's in the no-name guild, or non-aim. I don't know. Kind of weird way to write that, but either way, I think this is going super well. Last game with the double single target, that was actually really good. No, I'm gonna throw the level 1s out. I'm gonna see if I can kill Estarossa level 1 here. I really doubt it, but we do put on a lot of darkness stacks, which is really, really good for me. The crits are nuts, man. His sever skill is actually insane. It's so good. It pretty much crits every single time, because he's obviously the newest character right now. No, I don't think anybody's gonna have the crit resistance or anything to really compete with him, unless you're lowering him, of course. Just, that's pretty tanky. I mean, I don't want to say that was super tanky. He literally used a flood skill with like no HP, so that's not necessarily a fair assumption there, or like fair comparison. But man, actually insane. Just what a crazy unit he is. I'm gonna swap to melee with that just to see if I can kill with it. I don't think that I'll have any problems killing Estarossa. Does this kill? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that second hit did so much damage. It's actually insane. Oh, nice. Zeldris actually killing on his own. What a boy. He's grown up so fast. And then this is actually doing pretty decent damage with just 2 stacks on the field too, which is kind of nuts. So, I mean, just Lostvayne is actually crazy. I know that there was kind of like the big question whenever he dropped, where it was like, hey, is this character actually going to be better than Purgatory Melee? Because Purgatory Melee is absolutely insane, and I'm willing to say that he is. Like, I do think that he is. I know other people have sort of, you know, talked about it as well, but I don't think there's really much debating it. Once you actually get your hands on the unit and you start to realize like how hard he's hitting, and like, you know, you don't even have to rank up his cards necessarily to get the most like damage out of it. Well, I mean, the most damage, yes, but like to get good damage out of it, like you can still use level 1s, and he's nuts. So really interested to see how it goes forward. Want to see how the meta sort of takes him after like a lot more people sort of have access to him. Obviously, like the longer we go on, the more people are going to get their LR coins and stuff. But yeah, I think that the meta is going to shift pretty drastically because of him, and I'm really interested to see how they end up playing the next set of LRs, or like the next LR character, I guess, because they have the Labyrinth already on JP at this point. That'll be coming out in a couple of days on Global, so you can get a couple of LR coins there. People who already have Lostvayne at this point, like any of the rest of the male seals that I'm going to get, and the Labyrinth seals are just going to go into my reserve for whichever character comes next, so I'll kind of sort of have like a little bit of a head start, I guess. But maybe that's why there's actual other items in the coin shop at the moment, like for the exchange shop for Heroes Arena, because it's like a weird thing where, you know, why would you get anything other than legendary seals out of that shop? But if you can only have 100 LR or like the legendary seals in your inventory at one time, then I guess the reason why you would maybe buy other things out of the exchange shop is because, like, if it ends up taking several months for them to come out with another LR, which may be the case, I kind of hope it's not the case, because, you know, this is a new feature. People want to get new characters or old characters to get buffed, because that would be nice to see them enter the meta again. But I guess if it takes them a long time to come out with LRs, then you can use the excess Hero Arena coins that you're going to be getting to buy those extra things out of the shop in the meantime, once you hit 100 seals again, you know? So that's kind of weird to think about, but I guess if that's how it ends up working out, it makes sense. But I was kind of hoping that they would come out with them on like a monthly or like just maybe regular basis in general, so that way we could actually start, you know, working on that, and then maybe they could buff the game mode a little bit, so that way we can actually get the LR seals and we can get stuff out of the coin shop, because it seems really redundant to have a coin shop that you can't get anything out of because you're having to buy seals, or else you're going to get behind and can't make the new LR character. Like, that just seems stupid to me, but I don't know. It definitely needs a little bit of tweaking, I think. It's not perfect at the moment, but I don't know, maybe they just have some grand master plan that we just don't know how it's going to unfold just yet, but I guess we will definitely see. That shield is going to be a little problematic. No crits, that's unfortunate. Second festival character can't crit the first, kind of weird. Kind of funny, though. That's a little bit concerning. Luckily, I have pulverized cards, but let's use this to get our ultimate. He was using like an ult rush build, so I don't have to worry about Nanashi removing my thing or anything like that. If that breaks through the shield, then we can encroach. Obviously, he can't be stat lowered, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. If that would have killed the Liz off, that would have been really bad, because then he would have drew his ultimate if I didn't kill here. Which I did, actually, so it's not the worst. So that actually kind of worked out kind of nice. But now he has Liz ultimate. Oh boy. Which, honestly, I don't guess I'm too scared about the Liz ultimate, unless he puts up the shield, which could be problematic. Alright, now it's problematic, because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I can just one-shot through it. Oh. He was disabled. So I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind. Anyway, not a big deal. Let's move on to the last match here. Alrighty, we have the Diane taunt. The whole time I've been using this, it's with Cusack in the back, which is kind of normal because you're lowering the enemy stats. I really wonder how much extra damage I would do with Cusack, or with Chandler in the back, the newer Chandler, because that could actually be really cool, because I could then get extra pierce rate and everything. I would need to run Green Sario Link probably on the Zeldris, so that way I could put more debuffs on, because he's unfortunately very debuff dependent, which is unfortunate. But that could actually be really cool. We get an instant level 3 merge. Don't even have to worry about his passive ranking that up, which is kind of wild, I'll be honest. I think that should probably be able to get through the Deanne. I've never really tested Lostvayne against Deanne. I feel like most of the time I just end up killing Deanne before she puts her stance up. So, ooh, that actually might end up being quite a big issue, though. Ooh, yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one. I can't play for the ult removal there. Let me hope that this kills. I'm pretty confident in it, to be honest. Am I confident in that? 92k, yeah, that's unfortunate. I should have used the level 3, I guess, and then just tried to use whatever was left on him. That is a bit unfortunate. And now he can even stall for a turn. Well, I don't know if he can necessarily stall for a turn, because if he does rank up my cards here, I'm still going to do a good amount of damage, I'll be honest with you. Okay. Putting that on the Cusack is kind of bizarre, I gotta be honest. And then ult. Depending on what ult... Well, I think I'm done. I think I die. Yeah. I don't know what ult level he was on that, but yeah. I mean, Bond still hits really hard. It is what it is. I think without a taunt or something to sort of keep the heat off, then you're probably going to run into some issues or whatever, which is probably why that Bond Diane Lostvayne team is so popular. But yeah, I can't really complain. I think that there's a lot of damage potential with the Demon team with him, of course, because you're gaining so many extra stats and stuff like that because of all of the passives and everything working together. Just really good in general, so really can't complain overall. I guess if you want to go for like the really aggressive build, Demon team is probably the best, but if you want to go for like ult rush, I would say, I don't want to say more guaranteed win, but definitely a harder team to kill, like a tankier, sort of like safer team than the Bond team and everything is probably the way to go. Which I think I'm putting this video out first. I have a video on that Bond team as well, but that'll be coming out the same day as this one, but a little bit later in the day. So I guess if you want to stick around for that, you can. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you guys later. Have a good one.